Nigeria has restated its commitment to contribute to a global ban on nuclear weapons by ratifying the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons.
Nigeria signed the treaty in September 2017 after it was adopted by a United Nations diplomatic conference. The treaty prohibits the development, testing, production, stockpiling, stationing, transfer, use, and threat of use of nuclear weapons.
Now, for nuclear-armed states that joined the treaty, it provides for a time-bound framework for the verified elimination of their nuclear weapons program. And joining us now from Abuja is communication specialist at the International Committee of the Red Cross, Aliu Dawobe. Aliu, good morning. It's good to have you join us now.
Good morning, and also good to have you.
Great. Now, talk to us basically how important this ratification is, with Nigeria throwing its weight behind the signing to denuclearize the world.
Thank you very much again for inviting me. It is for us in the ICRC, it is very, very important that during conflict situations, we see that civilian population are not suffering. The use of big-scale arms like this, nuclear arms, atomic bombs, and so on, are actually very, very critical in affecting civilian populations. I will not talk much on this because there is a specialist that will soon come to join me to talk about this. But basically, whenever you have conflicts happening, civilian populations are mostly affected on this issue. So basically, Nigeria is one of the key countries for the ICRC. It's the fourth largest operations we have globally. So if we are the fourth largest operations in the world, it means that the ICRC is very interested in the development of treaties that are related to reducing the sufferings of civilian population, reducing the dynamics of how wars are fought, and so on and so forth. So this is the interest we have. We've been working in Nigeria for more than 30 years now. And then most of our activities, we have seen how civilians, how people are suffering due to conflicts in Nigeria, and especially in the northeast of Nigeria. Everybody is a witness. We've been there for almost 10 years now. We've been working in the northeast of Nigeria. And with the huge number of population that are affected by the conflict, we could see using light arms is actually generating a lot of issues. Talk less of when we talk about nuclear. So this is something that is really affecting our activities because civilian populations are suffering, health structures are destroyed, water and sanitation systems are also not available because it has been destroyed also. People will be running helter-skelter from one angle to the other.
So if I may interrupt your line of thoughts, Mr. Dawobe, so are you confident that with Nigeria ratifying, this is going to translate to the elimination of the use of nuclear weapons and could also trigger other African countries to do same?
We are very confident that the action Nigeria has taken is going to influence other African countries to do the same. And we are not just doing this in Nigeria. All our offices in other parts of the world, in other parts of Africa, are also pushing a lot to see that these treaties have been signed. We've talked about this to say that, okay, we have 43 countries that have ratified now. We need 50 to make it binding on all nations of the world. So pushing in our African context is really very, very important for us. And especially Nigeria as a giant country in Africa, possibly with the ratification of Nigeria, we may likely have other countries following suit. This is our hope.
All right, talk to us, share with us some of the challenges that the the Red Cross Society has, especially when you fight against or you try to help people within the fighting zone in the Northeast. Share with us, what are some of the biggest challenges that you encounter?
Main challenges we face is usually that of security, access. if we don't have security access, if we don't have dialogue with all the parties to the conflict, then we have a big challenge, because we cannot access civilian populations that are affected by conflict, and then it means they are really not going to get support from us. This is a big challenge to us. Second challenge we have is also that of perception. What we are, people don't see us sometimes, a lot of people sometimes don't see us being this Red Cross that we are. They feel that we are either a government organization or an organization that is out there to support all the parties to the conflict. We don't support all the parties to the conflict. We don't support people fighting in war, but we basically look at the humanitarian consequences and try to see that the people that are affected are assisted. So these are some of the key challenges we face, and some of the challenges that have to do with health. A lot of people, when health structures are destroyed, you find out that they don't have hospitals. If hospitals are destroyed, unfortunately for civilian population, because there is no hospital for them to go. And imagine a community when there is where there is no hospital. The trauma is too much for communities like that. So these are some of the challenges we face, perception issues and issues that relate to access and security. People, in 2018, we had 2 of our colleagues that were killed in the northeast of Nigeria. This was a big challenge. We had to adapt. We have to look at the situation again. We had to strategize and to see how can we continue with these activities vis-a-vis the security problems we are facing in the northeast of Nigeria.
Quickly before we let you go.
We try to
Before we let you go, Mr. Dawobe, what more are you going to be seeking from the government of Nigeria, as well as the community where the Red Cross is functioning, in terms of support to help your work easier?
Yeah, thank you very much for this question. For the ICRC, we've been working in Nigeria, like I said, for more than 30 years. And within these 30 years, it has been a very good collaboration between us and the government. We have done a lot of capacity building with the government. We have also facilitated so many trainings with the government to see that professionals have been able to assist in conflict situations. We've also been able to liaise with government institutions, like in Maiduguri, for example, the specialist hospital in Maiduguri. We have a special ward that we treat people that have critical injuries. Whenever something happens in Maiduguri, they are moved to this specific hospital so that they will be treated free of charge. So you could see in Dala, for example, we also have a lot of collaboration with people that have been amputated or are about to be amputated, where they moved there so that they will be supported with artificial limbs. So it's actually been a good collaboration between the ICRC and the government.
Right. Aliyu Dawobe, thank you so much for talking to us on TVC Breakfast.
Thank you for inviting me.